Hi, everyone. It's my Tuesday Live, and I'm talking about communication. Oy vey. Does it ever feel like communicating with the ones you love the most can be super complicated? Well, certainly I know that path because it gets complicated for me. And so, my number one trick or tip, I don't know what I want to call it, is that we've got to figure out our agreements. If we move outside of and away from expectations from one another, and we move into, hey, we agreed to this, and we may have broken agreements, and we can clear those out, clear those up. But certainly we want to start with an understanding from each other about, hey, this is what I need. This is what I heard you say you needed and wanted. And if it's not happening, then it's probably because we landed in expectations, right? Steve Chandler did this great piece around the difference between expectations and agreements. And somehow I'll have my right hand person put the link to it in the comments or below. You know how I don't know how to do all that technical stuff, but it will get done. The other thing that I'm thinking about in communication is, how are we communicating with our kids now in a way that inspires them to move in a direction where it's the best of them is emerging? So we have to take time to model for them presence. And it isn't just with our kids, right? It's also with our partners, it's also with our friends. I noticed an area that I'm really trying to work on is, when I'm available, be really present and available. And if I'm not available, then make that declaration too, of like, wait, I don't have energy right now, or I don't have time right now. Or sometimes when I'm in the coffee shop, I mean, everybody's super respectful. It's like, are you working? Yes, I'm working. Because I like to go there and get my work done. That's a safe space for me. And so if I'm not available, I just get really clear that I'm not available. Another thing that we got to talk about is, are you saying yes when you mean no? Or are you saying no in the most powerful way? Why is it that we say yes when we mean no? Because what that does is builds resentment. Here's a great definition of resentment. Resentment is, I overdo for you, I underdo for myself, and then I'm really mad at you that I'm over functioning for you. Let me say that again. Resentment is, I overdo for you, I underdo for me, and then I'm really mad about how much I'm doing for you. So, how do we clear that up in communication? I suggest to all families and all partners and companies, have regularly scheduled meetings where people know what they can count on. Why? Because then it's a time to say, hey, we had an agreement about this, but it didn't happen. What else do I want to talk about in communication? Oh, how to have difficult conversations. Oh, and my number one tip. Okay, here we go. My number one tip in any kind of conversation is this: empathy, 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 empathy. Everybody's talking about empathy. Why? Because it is so powerful. There's nothing quite like someone saying to you, oh, I really get what you mean. It doesn't mean we have to agree. It just means that we let them know that we understand. Try it. Just try it this week. Once you share your empathy, it's a game changer in a relationship. Okay, that's all I got today. Talk soon. Okay, bye.